Go on.
Hang on.
Okay.
Wait. You've already started.
Oh, yeah, yeah, big time.
All right.
I actually started when I said, "Okay, are you ready?" I had already started recording
Come on,
the
man.
episode.
Gotta
Yeah,
get, we have to get more creative with these
what's
openings.
more creative than impromptu openings to your podcast?
All right. Well, you got me there.
One day, the intros are gonna be on shirts, and people are gonna pay thousands of dollars for limited edition runs of us saying stupid stuff at
It's
the start
mostly
of our
just gonna
podcast.
it's mostly just gonna be like, you're already recording, aren't you? Like,
Yes. And I want you to know that this joke plays through in every aspect of our lives when we say something stupid. We'll be
yeah.
like, "Well,
And
welcome to
when
episode 27 of the Ready Set."
when you know what, and you can count on it, like whenever we turn this into merch. You can find it at the Ready Set Lag merch store, which you can find on our website at readysetlog.com. Take you to our Redbubble page.
Wait, okay. Oh, well, welcome to
Shoot.
episode 17 of
Hello, everybody.
of the late
I didn't see
Ready
you all
Set
there.
Lag
I completely
podcast.
forgot. I completely forgot you were all there. Hello.
Yeah, hi. So, before we get into today's episode that is late due to Nicholas,
Okay,
um,
you can't do that every time.
it's 100% not my fault. Um, whatever you guys are listening to the podcast on, definitely go give a 5-star or thumbs up or
Whatever you want to rate it.
whatever you want to rate it because it really really helps us. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Um, that was okay. Hold on, wait, let me restart this. Hold on, wait,
Bro,
hold on.
bringing you quality content.
Oh, wait a second. Here we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 17 of the Ready Set Lag podcast. Before we get into today's episode, whatever way you were listening to the podcast or watching the podcast on YouTube, definitely comment, give us a rating, tell your friends, send a letter to your grandma, whatever it is that you do to communicate with people, tell them about the podcast. And also,
Send letters via carrier pigeon.
yeah, just like with a little note on parchment and just kind of fly it off your rooftop and tell everybody
Just
about
come
the
outside our
podcast.
homes and just scream at us. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, I could probably hear you. It really helps us out. And if you guys want to find us on social media, www.readysetlag.com. We got our merch, we've got our socials, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Because I haven't updated it yet,
but we will.
but we will
Season
do
two,
that.
season two's coming out
Season 2 is
very
about to come
soon.
out. Very, very close. But let's just jump straight into the news. We've got uh, something that everybody had to know. Fallout 76 sucks. So I had a feeling that I always have a feeling when I get mad hyped about games that they're going to be bad, but the Country Road sucked me into the game.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the
And
location definitely appeals to us. We,
yeah, that's where we're from. So not where we live now, but that's where our family's from.
yeah.
So I know all of the towns, all of the roads, everything that was in Fallout 76. We were very, very excited about it. How long did we play it? A day?
Like less than.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was awful.
yeah. We hopped in and we're just like, wow, none of this works.
Yeah, this is all bad. But not so surprising. During the development of this game, uh, you've got confusion,
Mm.
crunch, burnout, broken mess.
Yeah, which depressingly is becoming very commonplace in the gaming industry nowadays.
And, I, for one, thought Todd Howard was very, very much a part of the game.
Hmm.
He wasn't. He kind of pushed it off for Starfield.
Yeah, I kind of feel like if he was really around for it, he probably wouldn't have used the words "it just works."
Because it doesn't.
It
You know
absolutely.
what's funny? You know what's funny is I can't even. I bought the game on Bethesda's launcher. I don't
Beth-
even I think that copy's just gone because I don't Bethesda launcher's not around anymore. So I think I
yeah, oh
paid
man.
the $60 for I don't have a game anymore.
Oh man, do you remember like when they were having all those problems of people's loot just like disappearing?
I remember when people found the dev room.
Oh man. And it, even like the like whenever someone got like a special edition and they were supposed to get like a really nice canvas bag and they gave them like a bunch of cheap nylon. Like every bit of
Dude.
news that came out about 76 when it first launched just kept getting worse and worse. It was the gift that kept on giving.
And now we have this article from Eurogamer. You know, I got to say something. You know what's crazy about the way I look at video games now?
What's it?
So since we do this podcast now, right, and we're constantly looking at articles, we're constantly reading news. It actually excites me when bad news happens.
Oh yeah, like it's it's fun to talk about. It's um
Like I'm excited to talk about things that I like that
yeah,
I'm
well,
that I'm
like
enjoying.
if you watch like a really good movie, you want to tell your friends, and if you watch like a terrible movie, you also want to tell your friends about it. It's just fun to talk about.
And I think we live in a world now to where we're more likely to run into bad games than good
Yeah,
games.
well, I mean, obviously we would rather see like a lot more success pan out. Like we
Oh,
would have
100%.
loved for Fallout 76 to work and for there not to be like all this mandatory crunch and poor management involved.
You
Um,
know, you know what I think about whenever I look back to playing Fallout 76 when it came out.
what's that?
It's just Joe Biden. Come on, man. That was me playing this game. I was, come on, man. The game
Just
crashes. Come on, man.
like man, you just like one of the things I've learned while since we've started this whole thing, it's like, man, you really have to sift through a lot of garbage to find like the really good stuff,
And
you
there's
know?
so much garbage.
Oh, so you gotta, bro, we are knee deep in this crap,
Yeah, literally. But anyway,
wading through an ocean of trash.
we have
But
all this stuff about Fallout 76. We have the Eurogamer article, right? Which
mhm.
the link to this article will be in the description of whatever you're watching. So if you want to read for this or read this yourself, so the Eurogamer article is written about a lengthy Kotaku article with 10 former employees of Bethesda and ZeniMax Media talking about how the lack of management, the person in charge didn't want to be involved with the product. He didn't want to have any contact with the people making the game. And then obviously I knew going into this or going into Fallout 76 that engine was old and was not going to do well. But there's something about Bethesda games and bugs and glitches that makes the experience more fun. So that's what I was hoping for. But what we got was Fallout 76.
Yeah, like we didn't get any of like the whole Skyrim giant launches you into the sky, like kind of fun, like glitches and everything like
Yeah,
that.
we just got a broken game. And the last time I think I tried to play it on Game Pass and the game wouldn't even run.
Oh man,
So
I'm so fed up with these companies that are just like, just put it out, we'll fix it later. Like I hate that mentality. Back
this is like literally the like perfect example of that kind of mentality of
yeah,
like
like
let's put the game out and then we'll fix it in patches. But
yeah,
the
back
game was
in
so broken.
oh yeah, back in our day,
Yeah, back in our
when
time before y'all
it
whippersnappers.
before like before you could go back and fix it. Like when the game came out, like that was it.
Yeah,
Like
it
it had to come out good
came
because
out
if
on
it
a
didn't,
disc.
yeah, like if it came out bad, it was just bad forever.
Yeah, and people you got absolutely tore apart in reviews
Yeah,
and
so like it forced developers to really take their time and to make sure that these games were good. But
I understand
now
the
that they have
scope's
this,
different, right? I
yeah,
get
well,
that. I get games are bigger, games are more complex. All of this, like all of this article when I was reading this, all this like brings me back to is the we had this like I think it was this conversation a couple episodes ago, which was stop announcing games
Too early.
yeah, way too early, right? Why did we need to know that Fallout 76 just worked? Why didn't you just wait a couple years? And
Which
I understand, and like as I understand that hurts marketing, right? And but like dude, it's not that Bethesda's hurting for money. You know what I mean? Like they
Mhm.
can wait a couple years.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you heard. Like, man, you already know that they announced the Elder Scrolls 6 like already, like years ago,
Yeah,
and
when
like
was
we
that?
have to get. Geez, man, I don't know. That had to be like 2016, 17. I feel like it was a while back. Um,
See,
but
that I
they,
don't see, but that I don't mind as much because it was just them saying, "Hey, we're working on it."
yeah, well, like the thing is, it's like we have to get through Starfield before we get to that, and they've literally just announced Fallout 5 after the Elder Scrolls 6. They've already announced it. So,
You know, more
which,
power to them, dude. Like I said, I'm on that teetering point with Bethesda
hmm
already to where it's like I don't really like if we weren't doing Ready Set Lag, I don't think I would buy the games,
yeah,
right? Like I'm almost at that
uh,
point.
yeah,
I'm almost there. Uh, but yeah, we'll be talking about Bethesda a little later on, obviously.
yeah.
So moving on to the next article. This one's by Forbes. Diablo Immortal. We're gonna be talking about this game a lot. Has hidden caps preventing grinding for free. Yeah, it's a
It's
mobile game.
the gift that keeps on giving. Another one.
So
So,
players who have been in this game with oh, this is ridiculous.
yeah,
A player with over 1,200 hours in Diablo Immortal.
God bless you.
I don't have 1,200. The only game that I might have 1,000 plus hours in is RuneScape. I know I have over. I probably got like
But
4,000 hours in RuneScape.
this player is like an absolute unit.
Yeah, this dude just got the
It has to be the Legend 27.
he's got the what's it called? The little mobile like controller and he sticks his phone on it. Um
Yeah.
but basically they discovered that people are saying, "Oh, if you don't want to pay for things, you can just grind the game." That's not true. After 6 so we'll go through these the little hidden caps that they have discovered from playing 1,200 hours in this game, which is ridiculous. After 6 legendary drops a day, your drop rate severely decreases for future drops. After a group bonus for 6 normal gems a day, your rate drops severely decreases. Side quests stop giving rewards after 5 per day. Purple bosses stop giving rewards after 5 per day. Random map events stop giving rewards after 5 per day. Zoltan Cool treasure rooms are limited to 5 per day. Hidden layer dungeons stop giving gem rewards after just a few completed sections. So they
Way to go, Blizzard.
I listen, and we're gonna be talking about Blizzard a little later on. This is the stuff that one of the reasons, right? And I understand that Diablo Immortal is a mobile game, right? I understand that. But this is a AAA studio in Activision Blizzard. Now,
One of the absolute titans in the gaming industry,
now,
once beloved,
now,
treasured developers.
Activision Blizzard, Microsoft, Activision Blizzard
Mhm.
did this.
Which
I
there's a PC version, but
There is a PC version,
yeah.
and the part that sucks about the game though is it's actually really fun. That's what like I have it on my phone.
hmm
I've played it quite a
It's
bit. It's fun.
yeah.
So it definitely when it comes to mobile games, it's probably I'm not gonna say the best mobile game, but it's definitely like a game that when I'm at work and nothing's going on, right, or I'm eating lunch, like I pull it up. So they made a good game. But all of this stuff right here is just money hungry garbage that is
It's
without a doubt going to leak into other Microsoft Activision Blizzard games.
it's that corporate greed that we absolutely detest with every fiber in our being.
Eh,
I,
all of it.
I've gone ahead and I've taken the liberty of just pulling up the Metacritic score for the PC version
Oh,
of this game.
what's it at?
All right, let me hit you with this.
Okay.
All right, so the meta score is a 63. It's a mixed reaction, but the
Okay.
user
Okay.
score,
Yep.
which is the one that like matters the
Actually
most,
matters. Yeah. Go ahead.
0.2,
Oh.
which I'm pretty sure puts it as the worst rated game on Metacritic.
Oh, don't you guys just have don't you guys don't have phones?
Well, you guys don't have phones?
Oh,
So like for
beautiful.
critic reviews, we've got like 7 in total, 1 positive, 6 mixed, 0 negative.
Didn't
Then
we
you
just
look
do
over
this
here.
last episode?
Oh yeah, but I think that was for like the
Is that
iOS
the
version.
mobile? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like like with this one, I'm serious. I'm pretty sure that this is the lowest rated score on
What is
Metacritic
it?
currently.
It's Metacritic, right? Hold on. Let's see.
Yeah. But like for the user reviews, you've got for positive 40, mixed 13, and negative 2007.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I'll go ahead and read off one of the negative comments here. This is from Dragon Zom. Uh I played for 2 days and then hit a paywall. This game is the most abusive, deceptive, and manipulative showcase of monetization I have ever seen.
That's
It
right.
does nothing but lower the reputation of a company that was once beloved in the gaming industry. They will take your money and then leave you feeling empty. Don't bother, it is never worth it. Well said.
I like once again, great person. Comes over for dinner.
Yeah, we invite him over every now and
Yeah.
again. Good dude.
Um so I do not see the lowest rated game. Like there's not like a constant updating like scale.
See,
Fallout 76 came out in 2018.
was it?
Yeah, it was 2018. So this is the lowest rated score. Um yeah, there's none in 2022 yet. Battlefield 2042 is the last lowest rated. Love it. Gran Turismo 7 has Sony's lowest user score on Metacritic.
Oh yeah, but that's specifically for Sony, right?
Yeah, specifically, yeah, it's just Sony's lowest rated.
Yeah, I think that's the one we talked about where it was like just also like abusive microtransactions.
Listen, once again, I feel this Diablo Immortal is something that I feel like we're going to talk about a lot on this channel because while it is a mobile game, right, and we're not huge mobile gamers, this kind of stuff is going to slowly leak into AAA games. Gran Turismo, we just read it. Like that's another one. Battlefield, 2042. Um, there's a lot of games that are going to start doing Diablo 4. We'll
And
talk about it later.
they're
But
already doing it.
yeah,
Like this is nothing new. Like we've talked about how Diablo Immortal really reminds us of like Battlefront 2.
yes. And I feel like once again we'll talk about it later, but Diablo 4, even though what they're saying is that it's not going to happen, I doubt it. But
Yeah.
anyways, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Our next article here, Xfire. We might see a Nintendo Direct showcase before June ends, which I'm going to be
Right.
honest with you, dude. That's a lot of it's a lot of gaming news coming out right now, right? And
Yeah.
and what I'm nervous about is they're throwing all this gaming news out, and then it's gonna go dry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, uh, definitely, we've had a lot of problems with just trying to find articles that are like interesting enough for us to talk about on the podcast.
Because they're announcing games that are so far away, right?
Yeah. Um, I mean, I guess that's like kind of the good thing that comes out of games like Diablo Immortal. Is
Oh,
just
yeah, you
like,
just keep talking about them.
yeah, like they keep just they keep these companies just keep messing up, and it just keeps giving us a reason to talk about it.
And, like,
So
once
I mean, it
again,
provides us with content.
that is, like it sounds as if, like, we would love. To be honest with you, if games actually did what or game companies actually did what they were supposed to, Ready Set Lag probably would not exist in the way that it is, right? We
Right. Well, I
created Ready Set Lag because we were tired of companies lying, right? And we
yeah,
wanted to call them out. We wanted
we're
to
sick
talk
of
about it.
the corporate greed. We're sick of um like these games journalists that are kind of like putting their own sort of like biases and stuff like into their reviews. It feels like it's an industry that's run by not gamers, which it should be.
And we love games, right?
Hmm.
And so when we're harsh on something or we say like, "Oh, we're going to run out of things to talk about," it's not meaning that like we're not excited along with like other people about things being announced. It's just that I feel like I'm so zoomed out now
Hmm.
from like I'm looking at everything like big picture wise, and them announcing things way too early is becoming a trend that is leading to worse games.
Yeah.
So that's why I will not be mad if there's no Nintendo Direct showcase in June.
Right, because this isn't like 100% confirmed, but well, specifically, we'll let you know that this came from a former IGN producer and current writer at Santa Monica Studio,
Please,
Alana
dear
Pierce.
God, Santa Monica Studio, don't let me down. Please.
Oh, please, for the love of God. Um, but she mentioned during a Twitch live stream that this is a quote from her, there is a Nintendo Direct coming on the 29th, confidently adding that viewers heard it from here first after double checking her calendar to confirm the date. So we haven't heard anything from Nintendo in a while now. So it would make sense, with all of these announcements and stuff going on, that Nintendo would kind of throw their hat into the ring.
And then
Um,
I love there's just right at the end of the article, Ray from Xfire just puts in, "We're not holding our breath." Oh, wait, hold on. If since we're talking hypotheticals, we might as well throw the Switch Pro. Like, it's not. I don't think it's. I don't think I don't think there's going to be a Switch Pro. I don't personally.
probably not. We'll see. Um, but I know, Nintendo fans need, they need something.
They do.
Which I know everyone is excited for. Uh, Breath of the Wild 2, that's the only thing we can call it right now because they haven't actually given us an official name.
It's Breath of the Wild too.
But yeah, like I know everyone is waiting to hear more about that with bated breath. I know I am. I'm like, Breath of the Wild was an absolutely phenomenal game. One of the best Nintendo games, probably ever,
Still
in
never
my
beat it.
opinion. You should.
I know
It's
I
a
should.
it's a blast. I had so much fun with that game, so I'm super excited. Like I really hope that there is a showcase. Um, but yeah, I
Well,
think
moving
it's gonna be.
on. Moving on from the news. Let's talk about the big event
Yep.
that happened, the Xbox Bethesda showcase, right? So
A lot of stuff that they covered.
they did cover a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be completely transparent. I was not that impressed
Hmm.
personally, right?
Yeah.
Um, Redfall had the gameplay reveal that was that corny. I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. like where the voice actors act like they're in the game or playing the game or whatever it was. It looked cool, and I probably will still I'm still gonna get the game.
Hmm.
Um, but it wasn't like I wasn't that excited about it. And we're just touching on this kind of the stuff that we're excited about. Like obviously, we'll have a link to the Polygon article if you missed anything and you want to just kind of have
Yeah, well,
all of the kind of games that they showed.
there's no way that we are going to be able to cover every single game that's listed in this article, but we're going to go ahead and just touch on some of the most important things that happened. So yeah, like Redfall looks impressive. So I would like to see a little bit more of that. I know a lot of people were excited for Hollow Knight Silk Song,
I
which
did, dude. So actually, fun fact, right? When I was streaming, when I used to stream on Twitch a lot, I actually got my path to partnership completed while playing Hollow Knight.
oh really?
So yeah, so actually I enjoyed Hollow Knight quite a bit.
Um, what I took away the most from the showcase is get the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, you need
Like
it, right?
that's
So
literally what I walked away with.
Riot Games X is coming on Xbox Game Pass. We have I'm just gonna touch on some of the stuff that I'm excited about, and then we can go
Yeah.
back and talk about anything else that you want to. But we got Redfall, Hollow Knight, Riot Games is coming on Game Pass. Overwatch 2, Arc 2, which was cool. Um, let's see. Sea of Thieves Season 7, Diablo 4, Grounded, right? Grounded was actually really, really fun.
Hmm.
Hideo Kojima and Xbox partnership, which has been leaked out of this world, has been
Dude, that
leaked and
was
talked about.
then
Uh,
he actually like made that appearance. That was in uh, a lot of people went kind of nuts over that.
and then something I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate about: Starfield gameplay reveal. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and be honest. I was not at all. I think I'm saying I'm not impressed from the Xbox Bethesda showcase, not because they didn't show a lot that you should be excited about. I think it was because all I wanted to see was Starfield.
Right. Well, I mean that's like the heavy hitter of what everyone was kind of like waiting to see.
And to me, right, it just looked like Fallout 4 Skyrim in space, right? Like that engine, the way that engine looks, the NPC, the way they just stand there, arms to the side, like I thought it was going to be more, right?
I can see it as like comparatively, it feels almost like a little bit of No Man's Sky. I've seen a lot of people compare to that, but also what was it? What was that Obsidian game? Uh, Outer Worlds.
Yeah, the Outer Worlds, yeah.
Yeah, so they have that same kind of uh, aesthetic, because they Obsidian were the original creators of Fallout, and they also made Fallout New Vegas, and that game kind of felt like New Vegas in space. So yeah, whenever
So
you're
this just
talking to
feels
the
like
characters
Fallout, or this just feels like Skyrim in space.
out like the Outer Worlds, essentially.
But
Um,
but probably watching that, the worst looking first person shooting mechanics I've ever seen. They looked terrible, right? And they Todd Howard saying, "Oh, 1,000 planets you can go to." It's going to be empty, right? That's my fear, right? We've talked about this before when gaming uh studios just try to make big games, right? It's like that doesn't mean it's a good game. A big game
why
does not mean good game.
there's that term that comes to mind. It hits me a lot with like the more recent Assassin's Creed games, but uh, as wide as an ocean, but as deep as a puddle.
Yeah, and that's what I felt watching. And maybe it is because I'm still so like hurt over Fallout 76 that like I'm kind of like I'm picking the
Hard to
little
trust you
things.
again. It's
Yeah,
hard to
yeah,
trust
yeah.
you from Bethesda.
I'm picking out the little things that I don't like, right? It could come out and be an amazing game and be And being like Skyrim is not a problem, right? Skyrim was one of the best games ever made.
Mhm.
But I thought all all the time that they've been spending on this game, right, all the way back from Todd Howard not working on Fallout 76 to work on Starfield in 2018, right? It's like I just thought it would like the building your spaceship, like all that stuff looks cool, right? There's a lot of stuff that looks cool, but I just I don't know if it is because I'm so soured from game studios that I was
Well,
just looking at it and I was like, you know.
well, you did hear that, and I think they mentioned this in the previous article on 76 that we talked about. But they actually pulled people off of Starfield to help with Fallout 76.
I did, yeah, I did read that because it was going so poorly, and they were working like 16 hours a day or something like that.
Yeah, they had to yoink developers away from like their big project to try to help like deal with Fallout 76. So I don't know, maybe there's a bit of a lack of necessary manpower for this game. I know a few more details came out, like the your protagonist is going to be a silent protagonist. They're not going to be able to talk like in Fallout 4. It's going to be a lot more like the older Fallout games. There's not going to be seamless travel from planet into space and vice versa, like they did with No Man's Sky. I feel like probably because it would obliterate the game.
Yeah, just they couldn't do it.
Yeah, there's no way that they would be able to handle it. If they couldn't handle West Virginia in Fallout 76, I doubt that they could handle something as complicated as space travel.
Yeah, there's if this game is literally just Fallout slash Skyrim in space with great mechanics and a great story, I'm going to like the game, right?
Hmm.
And I hope that's what it is. But there's something just in the back of my mind. It's just not sitting right, and I feel like Todd Howard. I'm watching you. You know what I mean? Like there's something about you. I love you, but at the same time, there's just I don't trust you. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like the episode from The Office. My nephew can swim in my pool, but I don't let him in the house, right? Like that's what I feel about Todd Howard. Like I like you, I would come up and shake your hand right now, but I don't think I wouldn't trust you if you told me you loved me back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Uh, but
that's
yeah,
I mean that's pretty much all I'm excited about. Diablo 4 looked great. I wish I loved top down games. Like I,
yeah,
I like
uh,
Immortal because it's on my phone and I played it a little bit on the computer, but like I'm not a big like I didn't like Path of Exile. I've not really been a huge Diablo fan, but it looks great.
I'm excited for like, well, I'm interested in like Wolong Fallen Dynasty. It's that new like Team Ninja.
Hmm.
They're working on that game. Um, the new Sea of Thieves like update. I know
That update looks
love
crazy.
you and I love some Sea of Thieves.
Hmm.
We
Best
love
pirate
playing
game
them.
ever made.
Probably still going to be better than Skull and Bones, but we'll see.
Absolutely.
There was the announcement, and I know. Okay, so they announced that Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal are all going to be making their way to the Xbox, PC, and the Xbox Game Pass. And I know a lot of people are very happy about that, but I know that Nintendo fans are seething right now because they've been trying to get Persona 5 onto the Switch for such a long time.
Keep
But
waiting.
yeah, hopefully, like if there is a Nintendo Direct coming out, hopefully they'll get that announcement because the Nintendo fans, they deserve it. Um, Nintendo come like, and I really love Nintendo for the fact that they really get involved in like indie games, like they support indie developers um they have like more of a focus on JRPGs, so hopefully they'll actually get this. Um, let's see what else. Like you said, Grounded. Um, oh, The Last Case of Benedict Fox. That looks pretty interesting. It's a game about a detective and a demon. It's coming out next year, so that one I'm watching with some interest.
Yeah,
Um,
Minecraft Legends.
Flintlock.
Flintlock, yeah, that looked cool.
Siege of Dawn.
Gorn,
Um,
Arc
Gorn looking
2,
weird. Yeah, just like a lot of
Fallout
just like,
76 expansion, dude. Let's go.
a Plague Tale Requiem, which I have not played the first Plague Tale. I really need to do that.
I've
But
not played it either.
ultimately, what I took away from all this is that you need to get the Xbox Game Pass.
100%.
There's a lot of stuff currently on there, a lot of stuff that's going to be on there. It's absolutely worth it. So if you have a PC or an Xbox or apparently even just a TV now,
Oh yeah. Samsung was a deal with Samsung, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
they're like cloud streaming like games on off of your TV. You can play Xbox games on your TV, which is nuts. Xbox has been kind of killing it lately, dude.
They have been.
Um, but yeah, ultimately, just if you can get the Game Pass, just go ahead and get it.
Yeah, and that's
That covers everything.
before we wrap this up, I want to say I said in the last episode, right? Dang, man, I might have to get VR.
Yeah,
Guess what I did? I went out and I got
you you
VR.
got it. You got some VR.
And I'm going to be honest with you.
Mhm.
I I don't know how I'm supposed to play any of these games that are coming out on just like my computer now or like on a PlayStation.
So VR has changed the game for you, you would say.
VR is th- I don't know how to explain it for people who haven't played VR. It's so much fun. It's just like it is the innovation of VR is it's got to be the future of gaming. It has to be cuz where else do you go? Right?
Right.
Like you're
Well, we've talked about it a little bit before, where it's just like the big jump from like where it started with the Xbox like Connect
to now.
versus like
Yeah.
yeah, whereas which like it's impressive. It's not like w- uh, not like Sword Art Online levels of virtual reality, which is where
Hey,
that's the end game right there. That's what
hey, the
we're
first
trying
time
to
you put that headset on though, it feels like it. Hey,
get
dude, I so I played, got the VR headset, got the Quest 2, uh, bought what was the first game I played on there? Star Wars at the edge of something. Ended up returning that because it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. We got Vader Immortal, which is really really fun. Then I got the Oculus Link, right? So I've been playing Half Life Alex, fantastic, absolutely terrifying.
Mm-mm.
Um, Blade and Sorcery. Uh, I even downloaded VR Chat. Been messing around with that today. It's really fun. Really, really, just a terrible place to be though. Just
Yeah.
awful. Just an awful place. A cesspool of degenerates. Um, but it's so much fun, and now I can't. I'm like, I'm looking forward to like instead of looking up games to play on my PC, like with my keyboard, mouse, or with a controller, I'm looking up VR games.
Yeah,
Like
you
it,
really we were talking earlier, and you're like, like you told me you're just like Nicholas. I feel like I'm only going to be into like getting into a certain type of VR game, and like a psychopath, you were just like, it's going to involve a lot of stabbing.
dude, Blade and Sorcery is so fun. Vader Immortal is so fun. Half Life Alex is fun. I bought Zenith, the VR MMO.
Hmm.
Not that fun for me as much as I thought it would be. I think it's because with the MMOs, like I want to sit down and play, like have really, really long play sessions.
Hmm.
And the VR, you're standing, like it has a stationary mode, like you can sit down, but like the game doesn't feel right. Um, so I don't know. I'm definitely VR is definitely a hop in for like an hour or so. I know there's people who play all day long. I'll probably eventually get there, but not right now. But I am having fun, so I just wanted to give everybody an update on that one. Like VR is the stuff, right? I no longer am going to get upset when I watch these showcases and they show VR games, and I used to be like, oh, now I'm like, yes, VR. But yeah,
And
so that covers it. Nick will get VR soon, and then we're gonna make all of our podcasts are gonna be in VR chat, and we're gonna be waifus. Um,
absolutely.
so yeah, That's all the news for episode 17 of the Ready Set Lag podcast. Once again, whatever you're listening to the podcast on, definitely go over and give us a like, comment, rating. Head on over to readysetlag.com, find all of our socials, our merch. It looks really cool. And yeah, this episode, so it's when what day is it? It's Thursday. This episode will probably go up Friday. Because it's almost time for me to go to bed. But thank you guys so much for listening. Nicholas, anything to say?
Yeah. Like he said, thank you all so much for listening. We appreciate all of the support and attention that you give us. We love to
I
receive
need
the
it.
attention.
I gotta have attention.
We crave it. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. So remember, as always, we love you so much.
I love you. Bye.
Bye.